Mindset Training for Body Transformation. Module 1. Create a new self-image of your transformed body. Now you're here, registering for a cutting-edge coaching program because you want to transform your body. But permanent transformation starts with your mind, and here's why. Whenever you say, I want to lose weight, you're actually saying, I don't want this weight. However, since your subconscious mind does not hear the don't, it will focus on and maintain and even amplify your current weight. In order to get what you do want, you cannot focus on what you don't want. The change starts with clearly identifying your desires. So we don't promote this program for weight loss, but rather self-gain. The body is the magical instrument of the mind. Unless you know where you really want to go, it will stay right where it is. Now, what do you consider to be a transformed body? Is it how you feel or how it looks? If you really want to transform, meaning change its form, you must first change your form of mind, the way you think. Now, Einstein said, you cannot solve the problem with the same level of thinking that created it. If what you have been thinking, feeling, believing, and doing created your current body, then change comes when you shift what you're thinking, feeling, believing, and doing. It's very simple, yet few people implement it. Now, most of us already know how to make things better. What we don't know is why we're not doing it. That's because there's a blind spot between what we know and what we do. Now, we don't do things using the same part of the brain that knows. Most of us are heavily trained through schooling to develop our intellectual capacity to know or understand things, but that capacity doesn't help us do them. That's because doing comes from a different place, the subconscious mind. Now, the blind spot or the gap between your knowing and your doing keeps you stuck and prevents you from achieving your goal. You're conditioned to be where you are with what you have as a result. The interesting thing is that your conditioning, programs, habits, and beliefs were received from relatives and people you are around in early childhood. They are not even yours. Someone else's behaviors are living inside of you and controlling your experience. Now, in order to get different results, you need to become somebody else. This is achieved by overcoming your conditioning and creating new thought patterns, just like Einstein said. Your self-image. You can never outperform your self-image. The good news is that you can change it. And we have two self-images, an outer self-image and an inner self-image. Your outer self-image is reflected by external appearances, such as the clothing you wear, your hairstyle, and a type of shoes you choose. Your inner self-image is who you think you are not. Why do some people have accomplishments that others don't? Let's forget about genetics for now, because genetics don't actually factor in that much. For instance, a cell biologist Bruce Lipton tells us that only 10% of cancer is genetic, 90% is environmental conditioning. Now, it all boils down to the way you perceive yourself. When you look around and see other people succeeding, do you believe in your own ability to do the same? In fact, we all have the capacity for success. What holds us back is who we think we're not. In other words, the limiting beliefs we constructed through childhood conditioning or any experience we had in the past that made us feel inadequate. I'm not good enough. Then become a core belief in the subconscious. Now, to tell you the truth, you are great enough. Adapting these new core beliefs is the first step to permanent change. Update your internal self-image of who you think you are not. Think instead of the person you want to become. What kind of body does the new you have? How does it look and feel? Clearly identify this new self-image. What action do you take and what feelings and thoughts do you have if you are already that person? Then you simply start living it. Here's the practice. Identify the appearance and the feeling of the body you want. Select a picture if you have one. On the left side of sheet of paper, write the current thoughts, feelings, and actions that you know are preventing you from reaching your goal. On the right side, write what you want to be thinking, feeling, and doing instead. Write a precise description of the person you want to become, and read it daily.